Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be starting a new chapter of class 9 maths part 2, that is parallel lines. So this chapter is very easy and we all know what are parallel lines. So in this chapter we are going to learn some properties of parallel lines, and the most important thing is in this chapter we'll be covering some theorems which are asked in the exams for 2 to 3 marks. So these theorems are very important and we have to remember these theorems. So we'll first start with the basics of the chapter, then we will go towards the theorems and then we'll solve the exercise. So let us start with the chapter. First thing is, what is a line? So in maths, we define line as a straight set of points that extend in opposite directions. It has no ends in both the direction. That is, it is infinite. And it is a one-dimensional figure. As you can see here, there are so many points on this line. And there are infinite points on one line. And if we connect that straight points, we get a line. So this line is infinite. Means from both the direction, it can be extended. So here I can say a line is nothing but it is defined as a straight set of points. If we consider some straight points, set of points, and if I join that points, I get a line. That extend, we will move towards the next subtopic, that is line segment. A line segment is a part of a line which has defined endpoints. It has beginning point and ending point. Now this is a line segment. Now I am drawing here a line now. If this is my line, on this line I am considering 2 points. So let this be my first point and this is my second point. So this whole thing is my line. This is my line. But the part of the line between these 2 points which I have considered, this part of the line is nothing but our line segment. This part. Next thing is ray. What is ray? So ray is a part of a line that has one end point, which is the starting point, and it extends in one direction infinitely. So as you can see here dot here indicates it is a starting point, or you can say the end point. Means in this direction, the line is not extended. In this direction, the line is not extended. This is its starting point or beginning point. And the arrow here indicates that this line is extending till infinity. So it has one ending point or starting point, and the other end extends in infinite direction. So this is what we call as a ray. So I hope you understood the difference between a line segment and a ray. Now we'll move to the basic types of line. So there are basically 4 types of line. First one is the horizontal line. As you can see the figure, this is our horizontal line. Second one is the vertical line. Third one is the parallel lines. And fourth one is perpendicular lines. So as you can see in the figures, the first figure is a horizontal line. Second one, this is a vertical line, which is pointing upwards. The horizontal line is towards from left side to right side. The vertical line is from downward to upward direction. Then parallel lines. So these are our parallel lines. And these are our perpendicular lines. So perpendicular lines are those lines, 2 lines which are having 90 degree or they are perpendicular to each other. Means if we measure the angle between these 2 lines, it should be 90 degree. Then we say that these lines are perpendicular. And parallel lines are those lines which do not intersect with each other. As you can see this, these 2 lines, they do not intersect. If we extend these lines, then also they do not intersect with each other at any point. So these lines are known as parallel lines. So I hope you understood the 4 types of lines: horizontal lines, vertical lines, parallel lines, and perpendicular lines. Now in the further chapter, we are going to focus on parallel lines. Before going towards the definition of parallel lines, we will just go through with these 2 terms, that is collinear and coplanar. What is collinear and coplanar? So points that lie on the same line are called collinear points, and points that lie on the same plane are said to be coplanar points. Now, what is the difference between points lying on the same line and points lying on the same plane? So when I say line, so I am drawing here one line. So this is my line, and there are many points which lie on this line. So this is 1 point, second, third, and there are infinite points lying on this line. So all these points, I can say that these points are collinear points. Okay, now points that lie on the same plane. Now what is a plane? So this is my plane. Now the mobile from which you are seeing this video, this is also a plane. Okay, a plane surface. So for example, this white portion is my plane, and there I have some points. This is point, second point, third point, fourth point, and so on. So these all are my some points, and these points are lying on the same plane itself. This is my one plane, and all the 5 points are lying on the same plane. So I can say all these 5 points are nothing but coplanar points. Now we'll understand what are coplanar lines. Here we have discussed about collinear and coplanar points. Now we'll understand what is coplanar lines. So the lines that lie on same plane are said to be coplanar lines. Like we said, the points which lie on the same plane are coplanar points. Same way, if the lines that lie on the same plane are said to be coplanar lines. For example, this is my plane. So this is my any plane, and here I am drawing a set of lines. So these are my some lines. Let us see, this is line M, line N, line L, line M, and line N. So these are my 3 lines. All these 3 lines lie on the same plane, on the same portion of the surface. So all these 3 lines are nothing but coplanar lines. So I hope you understood the difference between lines and coplanar lines. Let us discuss now about parallel lines. So parallel lines can be defined as the lines which are coplanar. The first thing is important thing is coplanar. The line should be coplanar, means that line should be lie on the same plane. And second important thing is they should not intersect each other. So the lines which are coplanar and do not intersect with each other, they are known as parallel lines. So we used to think that lines which not intersect each other are parallel lines. But there is one more thing, that is the line should be coplanar. They should lie on the same plane. Okay, now this is my plane. This is line L. This is line M. Now both the lines are lying on the same plane, means line L and line M both are coplanar. So my first condition is satisfied. And also both the lines do not intersect each other, right? Also my second condition is satisfied. So I can say line L is parallel to line M. Okay. Let us move to the next part, that is transversal. A transversal is defined as a line that passes through 2 lines in the same plane. So again, I will repeat, a line that passes through 2 lines in the same plane means those 2 lines are nothing but coplanar lines at 2 distinct points. So transversal intersection with 2 lines produces various types of angles in pairs. Let us see here. So this is my line A and this is my line B. So these are my 2 lines lying on the same plane. Let us consider this is our plane. Okay. So these line A and line B are 2 lines which lie on the same plane, no matter whether they are parallel lines or intersecting lines. Okay. But they should lie on the same plane. So line A and line B both are lying on the same plane, and there is one line T which is intersecting both the lines, intersecting at 2 points. So this is the first point of intersection. This is the second point of intersection. After intersection with 2 lines, it produces various types of angles. So as you can see here, there are 8 angles which are produced. So 8 angles are produced. As you can see here, angle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we are going to study about these types of angles in detail. Pair of angles. Now these 8 angles which are formed, we divide it into in 4 pairs. So first is pair of corresponding angles. Second is pair of alternate interior angles. Third one is alternate exterior angles. And fourth one is interior angles on same side of transversal. Now, what are these 4 pair of angles that we will be? Now, let us see one example here. So these are our lines and this is a transversal. Let us name the lines as line L and line M. So this is my line L, this is line M, and this is transversal P. Now here we have to name the pair of corresponding angles, alternate angles, interior angles, exterior angles, and interior angles on same side of transversal. Now what are corresponding angles? The corresponding angles are those angles which are formed at corresponding corners of the transversal. Corresponding corner means if I'm considering as angle A, so if I consider this is a transversal, this is my 2 lines. If I'm considering this angle, in this case it is angle A, so corresponding corner. So here on this is on line L, and on line M, the corresponding corner becomes this angle, right? On line L, the corresponding corner becomes, if I'm considering this corner, on line M, the corresponding corner becomes this. Similarly, if I take this angle on line L, so the corresponding corner at line M becomes this one. So these are the corresponding angles. Okay, so in this case, I can write pair of corresponding angles as angle A and angle E. These are pair of corresponding angles because they are at the same corners, not same corners, corresponding corners of the transversal. Then second pair I can consider as AE, I can consider DH, BF, CG like this. So there are total 4 pairs of corresponding angle. First one is angle A and E. Second one I can write angle B and angle F. Third one I can write angle C and angle G. Fourth one I can write angle D and angle H. So I hope you understood what are corresponding angles. Now let us study about the alternate angles. Now what are alternate angles? So alternate angles, from the word itself, it is opposite, alternate. So angles that occur on opposite side of transversal. Now here you can see corresponding angle, same side. These 2 angles are on the same side of transversal. In alternate angles, it is different. If I'm considering angle B, its opposite angle will be angle H. If I'm considering angle C, its opposite angle will be angle E. Let us write a pair of alternate interior angles. So we have wrote 4 pairs of corresponding angles. There are 2 pairs of alternate interior angles and 2 pairs of alternate exterior angles. So pairs of alternate interior angles. So interior means inside. So inside there are only 4 angles you can see. Angle B, angle C, angle E, and angle H. So if I consider B, alternate is nothing but opposite. So I need to consider angle H. So B and H. So angle B and angle H will be our alternate interior angles, pair of alternate interior angles. Similarly, if I consider angle C and angle E will be my alternate interior angles. Okay, so these are a pair of alternate interior angles. Now we'll consider about the exterior angles. Exterior angles. Exterior angles means which are outside. So here I can say angle D, angle A, angle F, and angle G. These 4 angles are outside. So we'll considering first angle A. So if I'm considering angle A, I need to now see the opposite angle. So opposite here is G. So A and G will be my pair of alternate exterior angles. So angle A and angle G. Similarly, angle D and angle F. So these 2 pairs will be my alternate exterior angles. So I hope you understood the difference between alternate interior angles and alternate exterior angles. Let us see now the last thing, Last pair of angles, that is pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal. Okay, same side of transversal. Now this is our transversal. Okay, T, line T is our transversal. Now here I am talking about interior angles. Firstly, now interior angles means here we'll consider angle C, angle B, angle E, and angle H. These four angles we'll consider. Then they are talking about the same side of transverse. Now if I'm talking about angle C, I need to talk about only same side. You have to consider same side. So if you consider same side, so here it will become angle C and angle H. Angle C and angle H. So these two angles will be my pair of interior angles on same side. Okay, C and H are on the same side and also they are interior angles. Similarly, angle B and angle E will be my pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal. So I hope you understood the difference between all the pair of angles. And now we'll be learning some of the properties of these angles. So let us start. First property is that when two lines intersect, the pair of opposite angles formed are congruent. So I am drawing here two lines. This is my line 1 and this is my line 2. So these two lines are intersecting at a point. So this is my point of intersection. So when I consider this angle, let us say this is angle A. So here it is said that pair of opposite angles. So the angle opposite to angle A is this. These two angles are congruent. It measures same. Both the angles measure same. So if A is equal to 60 degree, then this angle which is opposite to A will also be equal to 60 degree. So next is angles in linear pair are supplementary. So in the same diagram, if I will show you the example, angles in linear pair are supplementary. So here two lines are intersected, right? Now angles in linear pair. Linear pair means this is my angle 1, angle A, and this is my angle B. These both angles are nothing but angles in linear pair. And if I add these two angles, angle A plus angle B, I will be getting the answer equal to 180 degree. So this is the property. Okay. So angles in linear pair are supplementary. Supplementary in the sense addition gives 180 degree. Let us move to the next property, property number 3. When one pair of corresponding angles is congruent, all the remaining pairs of corresponding angles are congruent. So let us see this one example. This is my two lines. This is my transversal. So my corresponding angles. So let us see, this is my corresponding angle, angle A, and this is my corresponding angle, angle B. Now, according to property, one pair of corresponding angle is congruent. Congruent means equal, or the measure of angle A and the measure of angle B is equal. If angle A is congruent to angle B, means the measure of angle A and measure of angle B is equal, then all the other pair of congruent angles are equal. Other pair means this angle will be equal to this. Then this angle will be equal to this angle. And lastly, this angle will be equal to this angle. So if any one of the corresponding angles are equal, are congruent, then all the remaining pair of corresponding angles are congruent. So this is a property. Okay, let us move to the next property. When one pair of alternate angles is congruent, all remaining pairs are also congruent. Same, if corresponding angles are congruent, then also all are congruent. Similarly, if one pair of alternate angle is congruent, all the remaining pairs of alternate angles are congruent. Next property, when one pair of interior angles on one side of transversal is supplementary, then other pair of interior angles is also supplementary. So we have seen the interior angles on same side of transversal. These are our lines, this is transversal. So here I can see there are two pairs of interior angles. This is one pair and the other pair is this one. This is the second pair. I've shown with different colors. So if any one of the pair of interior angles is supplementary, that is addition of both the angles is 180-degree, then other pair of interior angle that is marked with green color is also supplementary. So this is the end of today's session. In the next session, we will discuss the theorems and practice set 2.1. If you find this video interesting and helpful, do like, share and subscribe our channel for more such videos. Thank you.